Hello you guys, welcome to another video. This is a tag that was created by Swans, I think. Um, it's like the BJD shame tag, where you just kind of talk about things that you've done to the dolls that you were technically not supposed to do. And I don't know if I've done a lot of things I wasn't supposed to do. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I do things and then later hear that it was a thing you're not supposed to do, and then I'm just like, whatever, nothing happened. I have used... Okay, well, we'll start with face-ups then. I have used acetone. I've used acetone on his face before and nothing too bad has happened. Like, I didn't, like, full on use the acetone. I would, like, use the acetone a little bit just to clean up some stuff. Well, when I was doing this face-up, I was working on 2 other dolls at the time, and I completely forgot that he was not the type of doll you just dump acetone on. So I grabbed a Q-tip full of acetone and started smearing it on his head. And he got a little messed up on the side of his head. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. But you see that line right here? Yeah, this whole area right here is a little, like, puffed up, I guess is the only way I can put it. Like, it's obvious that I did something to his head, but you don't really ever see it. It's on the side of his head. I mean, he's ABS plastic, so I mean, I don't know if that would happen to a normal, resin doll. I don't know if they get, like, weird like that. But, he did, and I panicked for 2 seconds, and then I was like, oh, it's just gonna be under a face-up, so it doesn't matter. I have wired him without covering up the wire, so there is just loose wire in his body that is not probably protected, and probably scratching the inside of his body. And to be honest, I don't know why that is such a big deal that we shall not scratch the inside of the body, for which we never see. Especially those who never unstring their dolls. I'm just like, why is it so important that we don't scratch the inside of the doll? That doesn't make any sense to me. But mainly it was because I was having issues, and I was just like, screw it, and I stuck it inside him. He's giving me issues. He won't stand for me. I don't know if there's anything else I've done to him that technically you're not supposed to do. I've used acrylic. I mean, oh, I don't use MSC. I hated the fact that it was toxic. I don't care for sprays, which I've started using sprays a little bit more, just because I found that in certain situations, like pastel or whatever, Liquitex just doesn't cut it, so I have to use the spray. So I use, not Krylon, there's another one, I can't remember, Rust-Oleum. I used to use Krylon, now I use Rust-Oleum, and to me they work the same, and sorry about that, I got interrupted, my mom came home. And I forgot what I was talking about, so apologies. Yeah, I'm not too sure what else I've done to him, or to Kira really, that would be bad. Although I do, I pick them up sometimes by the arm. I don't really pick them up by the neck, really. That's not comfortable for me, but I will pick them up by their head, which is not a good thing to do. And then, I think a lot of people are always like, don't touch the face, and I touch the face. I don't wear gloves. I always thought that was stupid. I was like, why are you wearing gloves to play with your doll? Because I saw that in a couple people who were wearing gloves, who always wore gloves when touching their dolls, and I was always like, yeah, that's not gonna happen with me. I don't do that. I don't play those games. God dang it. I try to be as gentle as I can. I think now that I've had a resin doll and an ABS doll, I kind of have, an understanding as to what breaks how easily something breaks and how easily something doesn't break. So technically I'm not as careful as I should be with my dolls. I mean, they fell, they knock each other, I mean, there's been times where I've dropped a head and pieces, times where I accidentally smack it with something, but you know, all those weird crazy things that sometimes happen. And nothing has ever happened to my dolls. Nothing's broken, nothing's destroyed. To be honest, not even chipped. Nothing's really ever chipped whenever I bump them against something. Usually something chips because I'm getting them dressed. And throughout the process of getting them dressed, something ends up getting scraped against or just chipping happens. And yeah. The only thing with Kira though is I don't think you're gonna notice it that well, but she is heavily stained. It doesn't look like because I blushed a bunch of like all over her head, but she's heavily stained right there. You can kind of see it, and then yeah, you can kind of see like the inside of her head is a little stained. I was able to get a good chunk of the staining out, and her hands are stained as well. With the pink. It's from whenever I was trying to remove that pink watercolor paint. And, for whatever reason, it started staining when I was trying to take it off, and it made me very, 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 very upset. But, you know, I kind of figured, like, I'm gonna be putting it, like, it's gonna end up getting covered up, so it didn't matter to me. And people always say, like, don't ever say you're never gonna sell your dolls or whatever, or never say never. I don't ever plan on selling these dolls. Alex is misbehaving. Can you quit? What is your deal? Why is your leg... Okay. Oh, I think I might have been on sealant. But yeah, that's what I seal them with. I also use like Mod Podge and stuff like that. I don't know if this is like a whole like shame tag, like where I've done things I wasn't supposed to do. To be honest, I just do what I want, and to me it's just how it is. But I feel like for the most part, I feel like I take care of my dolls. I feel like some people are just a little too careful, and I feel like so many people are just too cautious with their dolls. I mean, like Kira took a tumble off the dresser over there when I first got her, and there was nothing wrong with her. No scratches, no bumps, cracks, chipping, anything. So these dolls really do take a lot to break, which thank God I haven't broken any. But I think that says like how careful I am. Like even though I bump them and do things that like smack them with things by accident or whatever, nothing has ever happened to my dolls. So I guess that's a good thing. And my sealant actually holds up pretty well. The Liquitex does too, actually. So if you want to try that, you can. There's hair stuck in her stick tag. I'm trying to think, I'm sorry. I don't think there's anything else. Wiring. Oh, I don't, well, technically this room is always dark, and that's just because, it's not because I'm afraid of them getting yellow. It's the fact that, I like my living space to be dark. So that's why this room is always dark. Whenever you guys see the light on, that's like usually the only time when the light is on. Like when I'm filming and stuff like that in here, that's when the light is on. Any other time it's off. So there's that. And the craft room doesn't have curtains, so it always gets pretty bright in there, but the sun doesn't shine directly into that room. It only shines directly into this room, which is why it gets tremendously hot, which is something that drives me nuts. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. I am going to try to either create a tag within the next week or so for the holidays, because I like doing that. I like trying to make a tag for each holiday, although I didn't do one for Halloween because people had already done a couple Halloween ones in the way I thought I was going to make one. But I think it might be fun to do like a Christmas one or something. Let me know if that's something you guys would enjoy. And I don't know what other tag to do. I feel like there's another tag, but I don't know if that's something I want to do. I'll have to look at it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!